Welcome to the OAPN podcast with your host, Adarsh Sakare. No bullshit, no cuts. 100% raw conversations with 0% fucks to give. We don't encourage the consumption of alcohol, but if you want to open up a cold one while you watch this, it's not a bad idea.
Welcome to episode number 127 on a personal note with Adarsh Sakare. On 126 we had Ganesh, massive story, deep story I would say, very entertaining the way he narrated it to us, from where he started to where he is today. So we had Ganesh on here because Gubi recommended Ganesh to come on here. Today is another special episode. Before I speak a little about him, let's say hi to Pavan. Pavan, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the studio, man.
Thanks, man. You have a lovely studio, by the way.
Thank you.
Really, apart from some stuff we found in the studio, apart from that,
There's always stuff you find in the studio.
stuff.
What a guy, bro. Roasted me only even before the episode started. All because of Aditya. None of it is mine. Anyway, so Pavan is here. Pavan's gathered some massive audience in the last year. I was just speaking to him. His profile went from 10k to 60k in the last few months. Yeah. Before that, of course, there were a bunch of things that he was trying, but right now there's a bunch of people really enjoying his content. I would say I was also speaking to him about how some of this content can make it on stage, and if you don't mind, you're open to saying that he's been trying a few open mics here and there, trying to hit a few open mics and see if stand-up is something that he can do. From the content that I watched and I enjoyed, I definitely think that it's content that'll do great on stage. So very entertaining. He's on the parallel lines working for an agency, which we'll talk about. What can we tell them about the agency?
I mean, quite basic work like social media marketing, advertising, things like that for brands.
Okay, with brands, and he's also had a chance with working with some of the creators that are really nailing it today. So he understands the creator mindset, the creator economy, how do you grow as a creator, and the business side of things. So it's interesting for us because I feel like that's what I was telling Pavan as well. I feel like Bangalore is definitely still in its early stages of content creation and making content creation into a business and establishing yourself as a business owner. So that is something that's interesting. If you've watched Pavan's content, here's a glimpse of who he is really and what he's about, and what does he want to do. And if you probably just come across his reels at some point and wondered who he is, here's your chance to get to know him, right? So welcome, man.
Thank you so much for having, man. That was a long intro, but thank you.
How's life?
Life has been good. It has been busy, which is good. I like to keep myself a little busy. So yeah.
So you're a Bangalore boy?
Proper Bangalore boy.
Okay. School? Where do you go to school?
School was this, some people might consider it a little pretentious, but Ryan International School.
Yeah, a lot of people
represent. I mean, I have some controversial shit that I will not say, but yeah.
Ryan International.
I mean, if you Google the school, it will show some murders. Please don't. But it will show.
It'll show a few murders. Wow, I didn't know that. I mean,
if you are free, please go ahead. And first thing that comes up is murder. So
wow, that's quite an introduction.
Not me, but you never know.
I mean, growing up, I studied in German, so whenever we used to meet someone from Ryan International, it was like, oh, fancy school.
German?
Yeah, Germans. It's like sister of Joseph's.
Damn. No, I'm well aware of the Joseph culture.
Yeah. So born and bred into Joseph's culture for me. Like good.
That's a sly way of saying I was a regular customer at Chinlang, but yes.
Bro, at one point, anyway. So I've left that part of my life behind, by the way.
Oh.
To move into better things.
Oh, okay.
To move into better discoveries.
To move into
you
Bob's.
had.
Oh, okay. Like
no,
that.
the few discoveries you had before we started, right?
Oh, right.
So
Of course.
Moved.
It is a cheaper investment, but yes.
Oh man.
Considering Karnataka's taxes, definitely cheaper.
You're gonna get us killed, bro. You're gonna get us killed. So yeah, it was like Ran International was always considered like this fancy place.
For a while, yes. Now, though, every other school is fancy in itself. Yeah.
I think the fact that it has the word international only makes it famous.
Every other school is international. Now, global also they've gone.
There is this one school that is United International. Global United Institution.
Full CEO optimization is required.
Everything that you can think of.
What max bougie can we get?
Anyway, so how was Ran International? We'll start with that maybe.
Ran International was actually pretty okay. I mean, I was the weird kid growing up who would do everything to make people laugh. Like, be the stupidest kid in class. Do anything to get a laugh out of people. That kind of person. But yeah, schooling, I was a pretty horrible kid considering my studies and all.
Oh, you didn't like...
Bare minimum I learned how to do. Like, I had to learn and get there, but I got there eventually.
Just scraped through, basically.
Yeah.
And during school, what was it like? Were you like part of some theatre?
More of a sports kid. Played cricket through and through. Got into college cricket.
College, where did you go?
There's a small institution called East Point College of Higher Education. I don't recommend, but...
Not recommending.
Don't sue me, but like I mean, anyways, moving on. No. It's a pretty decent college only. The only reason I joined there was it was close to my house. But it was pretty fun about school, college, in middle. I don't know why Bangalore has this rule of school. 11th and 12th is pre-university, and then post-university is university. So university like that. PU I did in this thing called Gopalan Institute. Gopalan is pretty famous only.
As a mall, yes, not so much.
The PU college also was pretty alright. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, the bigger college is engineering, which I looked and I was like, no. And then did BBA because it is the most, important degree out there. I mean, medical engineering, fuck off. BBA. So, schooling was alright. PU was in Gopalan. I very deliberately, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do engineering. And my dad, who is an engineer, was like, yeah, makes sense, valid. And then he was like, do BBA because you'll definitely get a job because of that. So, did my BBA and did not take up
which year did you pass out?
This was 2 years ago.
Okay.
This is 2022. COVID batch. Because BBA already, so much knowledge baked into that one degree. Because definitely useful degree it is. BBA in marketing.
Subjects.
50
all
is
the same thing.
Exactly. So did that. Then after trying to search for a job, I was like, oh, this degree is not of any use. And then I'm like, okay, I should maybe do something. And then randomly started off doing content because as a kid who moved very early on to Whitefield, when Whitefield was a forest, I did not have anything but little weak internet connection. So I would wait for like years for some website to load. And that website happened to be YouTube. And I started watching YouTube when like PewDiePie was not the biggest creator.
Oh, really?
So very early on I caught on to it. There was this girl called iJustine.
I know.
Yeah, she was the highest subscribed YouTuber there was.
Oh, wow.
Which is like 8 million, 9 million, and
I
she
didn't
was
even
like
know that was a thing.
Yeah, she was
the most subscribed.
She was the most subscribed YouTuber for a while until PewDiePie came and like streamrolled everybody. So grown up watching YouTube comedy specifically, like obsessed over comedy like crazy. And then like I never had the thought that I'll start making videos or anything, but consumed so much of it. And then eventually like when COVID hit and Instagram introduced reels and all, I just started making fun of an ad reels made Like in the beginning, Instagram was collaborating with cricketers to make random videos to like boost reels. And I saw that, and one video KL Rahul made. I mean, KL Rahul, for all he is criticized, I took up like his brand partnerships, and I'm like, this is funny. Let me make a video about it. That got like fair amount of, only my friends were following me that time, some 800 followers I had. And then I just made a video, and this video like did fairly well. My friends laughed, and that thing I had in school suddenly popped off. I was like, oh, people are laughing at something I'm doing. And that little switch turned on, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a little videos here and there to make people laugh. And I think the first video that blew up was this random video of Salman Khan. And then I just did a
Salman Khan is
yeah.
everywhere, bro.
So my whole video was like, what if Salman Khan went to therapy? And like I just took random footage of Salman Khan, and I was the therapist in that. I'm asking questions and he's some response, and that reached like 16,000, 20,000 views, which was insane at that time for me. And that's when everything started. And I'm like, okay, I'll make videos here.
This is nice.
Yeah.
This was when? After degree?
This was during degree. Like last year. So basically, I joined degree, I think 2019, and 2020 COVID hit. And the only reason I joined college was because it was close by, and it closed. So I was like, okay, I'm at home now. Online classes, so I won't attend. So what do? I was just on the internet the whole time, same like I used to do my whole childhood. So now I was here. I started making videos. Here and there, things used to pop off. But then suddenly, I continued making. I did not expect like, oh, I'm going to get famous. I'm going to like do stuff. Like it's just like, oh, people are laughing at a joke I made. That was huge for me. Yeah,
that was enough motivation to keep.
Yeah. It is still now also.
Okay, super. And during college, what you told your dad, you're not going to be an engineer, or I mean,
no,
you're not going to take up like a conventional job. What is the job scene?
No, I lied for a long time. I was like, no, I'll get Infosys totally. Yeah. TCS, definitely. But then eventually, like when I failed a very simple subject, my dad was like, okay, this guy is not very smart.
He realized.
And then my dad, he stopped expecting. And then even now, I don't think he's expecting too much out of this and all. But like, I started continuing my own path. I'm like, even if I don't tell anybody, if the results I show, they'll be more than happy to see that. So like content creation continued. I didn't do it like regularly and all until like the beginning of this year. So yeah.
And what was your first job then out of college?
I did an internship with this company called MPL Sports. I don't know if you're aware of them.
Yeah, it's like
India team sponsor.
This guy. Who's this guy? Saurav Ganguly?
No, Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli? Brand ambassador of MPL?
You used to be.
Okay.
MPL is basically...
betting app, no?
Yeah. I mean, esports, betting and all, please. Better than that. Really not. If you're paying me money...
Is it as big as Dream 11?
No, the Dream 11 is market leader. We were second at that time, at least. I'm not sure how it is right now. But started off my internship there, and I made videos for them. Don't find those videos. They're very cringe.
It's there on the profile?
No. They had another vertical. I don't think I can say the name. But they had another vertical where they were essentially blending Web3 into this. So they had like NFT cards of players. I again don't know. Like if I get sued, I'm sorry. But like it's like trading card games but online, and cricketer trading cards.
Okay.
So it was that, and we used to make videos about explaining the app was one, and like making topical videos about cricket stuff like that.
In front of the camera, or you playing?
I was in front of the camera that time, and it was fun for me because also
you got this out of college.
Not because of college. I was randomly on LinkedIn. I'm like, okay,
so placements, what happened?
Placements, I didn't sit only. Before placements only, I had gotten this internship. I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens. And I didn't want to work for some bank. Mainly banks only came because BCom, BBA, everybody got clubbed together and they went. And BCA also was there, 3 degrees together. And I did not want a tester job. I did not want to work for a bank. So I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens.
What happens here?
And then thank God I got into...
Gig.
Which one? The internship. Very well paid, dude, because they can esports. They paid pretty well.
Oh, that's what they called on paper.
Yeah, esports.
Esports.
So it was pretty good. I continued. It gave me some confidence that like I can work for people for videos at least.
Yeah.
And later on, I figured out that marketing, this is how it works, things like that. And after that, got into an agency. We are both familiar. It's the Hub Bengaluru.
The Hub Bengaluru.
Immediately after.
Respect.
I mean, I worked there for exactly 40 days.
Respect to Mr. Azan Seth.
Yeah, he's insane man.
Yeah. He's like he's a true dreamer like a lot of us.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, got into the Hub. One had to leave because I also lived very far. I think Hub is in. I didn't go on for too long. Then I took a small break from working. Stayed at home for a bit. Thought I'll do MBA. Wrote CAT and everything. Got I think
to buy yourself some more time.
Essentially, I mean that's what MBA people do. No.
Buy time, bro. That's it.
2 years, no 2 years I'll do. My package will increase. It doesn't. But I wrote CAT. Did pretty well in CAT. I don't remember my percentile, but I got into not IIMs but good colleges in Bangalore only. IIMs were almost there, but yeah.
And then when did this company happen? Wherever you
so after writing CAT, getting into pretty good colleges, I still wondered is the ROI good on an MBA? And very quickly realized I'll be spending 20 lakhs.
What, on an MBA?
On an MBA. I wanted to go to good colleges. I wanted to go to good colleges. BITS I tried, and then I think
20 lakhs, my god.
I don't know if BITS is 20 lakhs, but some colleges I looked into were 20 lakhs. And I was okay, even if I figure out how to pay this, there's going to be a loan on me.
Yeah.
Then how much will I find with an MBA job? 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs.
Yeah.
Sure, I can pay it and paid off in 5 years. But at 5 years, I'll struggle again. And then I didn't want to have a loan on me, essentially. So that happened. And then immediately after I figured out that MBA might not be the best
for you.
Yeah, I started looking for jobs in marketing only. And I found an agency through a common friend who used to work there. She's not working there anymore, but used to work there. Got a contact, and the person liked my profile. And I sent in a resume which was very poorly made. But the person saw my profile, and he saw a very specific video. I have made a video about a ghost haunting a 1 BHK in Bangalore. That's the video. And he saw that and he's no, this guy can write good comedy, and I got hired there. And I've been working there for 8-9 months.
So what's nice about this place?
I mean, the people are really nice. I like the people I'm working with. I like the vision that the agency operates with. Stuff like that. And
nice
they do, I mean, anyways.
Let me just wipe this off.
Sad, bro. Very sad. I don't know who's listening. But he clearly discredited all the women in his workplace at this point. Just letting you
know. Posh policy and all, but cool. But yeah, work, there has been pretty good. So yeah.
So coming to your content, right? I think there's the batch, the COVID batch that you're talking about, or everyone who graduated between say 2020 and 2022. A bunch of creators that I've met, I think, had that COVID as a motivation to say, hey, you know what, let me start.
But most of them blew up during COVID. I actually was lazy during the COVID, and I'm immediately after COVID stopped, and everybody was back to work. That's when I was okay, maybe content. So I did not use the COVID time at all. But in terms of learning stuff, I did use it pretty well.
What?
I kept exploring different pages, how they are doing social media, because Reels was fairly new.
Yeah.
YouTube has gone through a 20-year cycle, 15-year, 20-year cycle, and most people know what's happening on YouTube. I'm sure you've also delved into this, but your Reels is even now fairly new. Short video platforms are new only.
Yeah,
people don't know yet how to figure out a career here. maximize is a different thing, but like I think first things creators are looking at is like, how do I build a career in content?
Yeah.
Even now I feel like most creators are like, I need to jump from this, like shorts to reels or shorts to YouTube or live shows, or I need to get into TV, something or the other. Like I've never seen a creator who's like, no, reels is nice. Like YouTubers have that, no, I can stay on YouTube for a while. Mr. Beast is doing, no, he's getting the billionaire he is.
Yeah.
But that hasn't happened with reels or shorts.
I really feel like you can live off on reels.
You can.
Reels itself is huge.
Yeah, I would agree to a certain extent. Like
Yeah.
reels because of the time limit itself.
Yeah.
I don't think people are putting up podcasts, shows, things like that on reels. Like YouTube. Like YouTube gave you platform to like however long video you can put.
Yeah.
You can do podcasts, you can do
Yeah.
TV shows, what TVF these people are doing. I don't think that's there on reels yet. Like it is still like a fad. Like even the shows or something that you might see, there are a few like 1 minute TV show type things that are
Really?
coming on. Yeah. I'll send across one of them. But like those are really nice. But those are also like a little bit of a fad. Like, oh, this is for the sake of it. What if it was there on reels? Not direct content.
Not direct content.
Yeah.
Made for that concept.
Made for that concept is not there yet. So I'm curious to see where it goes also. Let's see.
Anyway, so coming back, so you said while now you had this job for the last 9 months, and you're also saying you've grown on Instagram for the last
True.
9 months or over this year.
Yeah.
So with your content, what did you have to change to kind of fast track this growth,
What did I have to change?
or what did you do for that to fast track?
I mean, as a creator, you have to find a format that works for you, or like find an IP that works for you.
Yeah.
And I think I found that initially this year. And like as soon as like brands came up and like, listen, we want to work with you in a specific like video you've done. We want like similar stuff. I realized that, oh, this works. And like I found multiple of those, and then I figured out I need to make more of these so that people are familiar with oh, he's the guy who's made this kind of work. He's the guy who does the ghost character or the friend character, or like he's doing like what if so and so was a personality. So things like that, and those started blowing up, and I realized how people follow, what makes a person follow a creator. When you find that out, you continue making those kind of videos and stuff like that, and then you grow.
So at home, when you were making these videos, what was the responses from your parents?
Initially though, I hid it a lot.
What used to make it like when they're not there at home?
No, like midnight stuff like that. I would make it, I would put it up, and nobody knew until like I hit 10K. I told my parents I was doing content and stuff when the first paycheck came.
Which was how much?
I won't tell that and all. People
What
come
a
off.
guy!
I owe money to people.
You tell me, I'll mute it.
No, it's fine. This podcast is and all. No, I swear, like this. How much do you make in a year? No, not enough.
Okay, 5K. No, 20K.
No. I won't say how much it was, but first brand deal was with.
What a guy, bro!
First brand deal was with Swiggy Instamart, and pretty big brand.
Then 50
And-
at least.
Nah, so much
I'm
and all.
saying
I wish.
Okay, so we got at least like less than 50 for
Do
sure.
your calculations, but like this was at 10K followers, and like as soon as Instamart came, I got some validation on content that I can live off of content related careers at least. And when that brand deal came in, I told my parents that, oh, hey, listen, I'm doing content and all. Before you freak out, here's a paycheck. Look at the HDFC bank account. It has more money than you gave me. So then they were like, oh, okay. So there is something here. And then after that, they didn't say much. And as I didn't even tell them like, listen, I want to build a career in it or something. I'm just like, listen, I got a job in this career. I am taking the job. And then it kept going on. They're like, okay, you have a steady paycheck. I'm like, yeah, for now.
Yes.
So then they are like, okay, fine. So not too much pushback from there. My dad is only worried about, okay, there's a career here, no? That's all I'm looking for. My mom is more like, okay, one day you can go to Big Boss. she's a big fan of Big Boss and
Mom's
all.
goals are Big Boss.
Yeah.
If
So
they see their son on Big Boss, that's the epitome of media.
oh my god,
That they know
the
of.
way my mom is obsessed with that show,
Yeah.
it's unhealthy. But yeah, she was like, okay, because my relatives started sharing my reels on the family group. One, that is scary because I don't do family friendly content too much, so I was a little scared. But then like eventually like they were like, oh no, he look at the numbers, he's getting famous and all. And then
Then
after
you can
that,
talk about fucking anything, bro.
and then my mom didn't care too much about it. Like she laughs when I say fuck and all. Like which is I'm like, okay, this is not the joke, but like as long as she laughs and doesn't say anything, I'm happy. So
But you don't abuse too much on it.
I don't abuse too much. I like to keep it fairly clean.
Yeah,
Little money I have to make. No brands don't come otherwise.
that's true.
So,
That has to
yeah.
change, by the way.
Yeah, they
Gotta
have to
stop fucking
focus.
looking at
Yeah,
who's
man.
swearing and who's not.
No, but there are people on the internet. No, oh, he said this word, cancel him. That and all brands can't take. I get the other side of things also. It's not that I don't swear because of brands or something. It is more like you don't want to hear unnecessary swearing or unnecessary stuff. If it is necessary, there's frustration there, then it completely makes sense. But like some people just add it because the joke wasn't funny. And if you say fuck means someone will laugh.
Yeah.
That kind of shit I don't like. But yeah.
Wherever it's required,
Yeah.
use it. So this in the last 9 months, what was your like blow up moment? One of the moments that stood out.
I don't think one of the moments would be the right thing to say. I think multiple things happened for it to, grow. One is personally, like I became consistent with my videos because as soon as you
often then?
see, I was posting like 4 to 5 videos a week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Kick ass that.
One reason for that is like I figured out a timeline to do it. For example, like normally also I just wake up at 5 without an alarm. 5 a.m. in the morning I just wake up. Yeah, because I used to do tuitions in 10th grade. No, I was not that great at studies. So my dad is like, go to tuition. So like that habit has stayed throughout. So every day I just wake up at 5:30, do nothing. But then when I got a job, I'm like, oh, I have to leave home by 9:30. And I have to figure out a shoot before that. And so what I would do is 5:30 I'd wake up, I'd shoot for an hour or something, and then like I'd go on the metro. And metro I live in Whitefield, by the way, and I work in Baswangudi.
Like the 5th time he's called it out.
Oh, did I say it before? Whatever.
That's the amount of frustration Whitefield.
I mean, I am very frustrated with Whitefield, dude. Oh my god, I don't know why so many people are there. Please leave. I'm tired of you people. It's too much traffic. I don't want to face you people, you IT fuckers. Anyways. So from Whitefield to my company, it takes an hour and a half.
What, like every day?
Yeah, metro, it's 1 hour exactly in the metro, and then to get to the metro station, and then to get to...
So much you like your job or what?
Give me a raise. But anyways.
1.5 hours one way. So you're spending 3 hours commuting?
Yeah, so that gave me time to edit.
Be paying you very well. Fuck that shit.
But like it gave me like a great window to edit in, and I sort of hate editing. But like if I'm forced to edit in that 1.5 hour, like I don't have anything else to do. Editing is a great time to like a great thing to pass time with. So I would like every day morning 5:30 to 6:30 I recorded. I went to the gym, came back, freshened up, and left for work. I would sit in the metro, start editing. I edit on my phone only mostly. Some of it I do on my laptop, but a lot of it is on phone. So I would sit in the metro, I would just edit, and like I would get weird stares, people looking into my phone. What is this guy doing? And like I would be dressed like full weirdly in the videos and all. Like random person wearing a wig in a video. Wow, what is this guy watching? And like I would get those stares, but then I'd just continue. Like headphones in, would just continue editing. So I would start off from there, and like by the time I'd reach like Indranagar, I would finish a video, edit. That has been a daily thing.
Bro, the amount of focus that's required to edit a video. People don't realize it.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
It is. And as a person who's very easy, like I don't have any attention span. Like it is not even like 1% attention span I have. So like if I'm sitting at home, I won't edit. Like I'm like, I'll do this sometime else. But like Metro,
There's
I'm
nothing
like,
else to do anymore.
also, Metro, the biggest problem is during the stations, there's no data network. So, like in middle, I'm waiting for this video to buffer. Instead of that, I'd rather just edit. And if it goes underground, it's even worse. Only stations network are there. So, it is really horrible that way. So, I was just like, okay, I'll edit during this time. And I figured out an edit. So, like by the time I reached Indiranagar, I would get done with a video and I'd post it the same day. So that cycle became so nice. Like I made a video in the beginning. Yeah. And also like I got the idea morning 5:30. It is out by evening 5:30. So like that was a beautiful thing. So yeah.
So one was the consistency. In terms of the type of content, did you see any specific things work for you?
There were a bunch of formats that started working for me. One was obviously the ghost thing. I did it only once, but like it worked out, and that gave me a lot of a big boost.
What, like a 10K boost?
Yeah.
Sweet.
More like 7-8K, but around there. And like I had a bunch of formats which was like breaking down songs, breaking down movies, reviewing movies. These kind of things started blowing up. And I realized, oh, this is working, so let me do more of it. And the more of it I did, more people liked it and started following. So I saw those patterns and I continued. Now I feel it's a little bit of it's time to change it up a little bit because I'm getting stuck. I think we had a conversation before talking about getting stuck in something. Not stuck in something, but stuck in a rut. So
I mean, you wish to be stuck somewhere, but with the type of schedule that you have, I don't know if you have time to get stuck.
Oh my god.
You need time to stick it. You can't do it on the way to the metro.
Inside the metro, please don't stick things in. So yeah. Right now is a little bit of a time. Like I am also I like making videos in my room, not like that, but like inside the room, you know, it's a very BBK Vines approach. So I like to shoot stuff there.
Of him?
I used to. Now he's not putting too much out, but the TV show is great, the Hotstar stuff, and I like the path he's taken. You know, it's completely different from what his counterparts have been doing or have done. Like it's a very interesting path. There are some creators that like do it for social media, like, oh, if I do this I'll get famous, but that's a man who did it for the craft, and I really respect that kind of people. And I think that's why the creators I surround myself with also are such.
Like whom?
I mean, a great friend is Nitin Kamath, who's a stand-up comedian who's been on the show before.
Bro, Nitin Kamath was probably 20. Check Nitin Kamath's number. What number he came on?
Oh, I'm like, phone number, we're leaking it today. I'll give, bro. Any girls watching?
Check on your phone. What should, bro? He's giving me my phone only again. Sorry for this interruption, but now I have that thought in my mind. And I want to know what number he came on. Because I have a feeling it is exactly like some... Did he come on after the 50th? Or before the 50th?
He was here a while ago, I guess.
Yeah, I was here a while ago. He was, 38.
He didn't have the beard that time, huh?
He didn't have the beard and his voice hadn't cracked yet.
Honestly. Yeah, puberty does things. It's fine. He hit it in 25. But yeah. But yeah, I like what he's doing with the Kannada comedy scene. I feel like it is high time we I mean, there was a nice period when comedians like Pranesh and these people did great stuff. But then there was no online presence other than the Tarle Box. And I like that solo, comedians have been coming up. I think Ganesh, your previous episode, check it out.
Hey, Ganesh is not comedian Ganesh, bro.
Oh, different
That
Ganesh.
one is
I thought
Ganesh.
Cut. Sorry, bro. You're not invited to this podcast.
Comedian. No, bro.
Which Ganesh? I thought it was the Ganesh Kashyap.
No.
Oh shit, okay.
That one is Ganesh. No.
That'll be sad.
This real Ganesh should hear it. He'll be like, bro, what? He called me a comedian.
Shit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Back to your fucking. Okay.
Yeah, so creators who do stuff because they're passionate about a certain craft. And BBK Vines is that guy who was passionate about filmmaking. He wanted to become an actor, stuff like that. And like someone who has like big dreams with content is someone I like to follow or like to see what they're doing and stuff like that. So yeah.
And just a little more on Instagram, and then we'll go on to some of the other things. So
Pornhub will go next.
Then we'll go Pornhub also, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he wants to. I'll go wherever he wants to go. We'll talk Pornhub in a bit.
Yeah, we'll do reaction video now.
I fucking don't mind, bro. But which category? I think you tell me which category.
We'll see. Whatever comes on the first page.
Whatever comes
on the first page.
You come on the first page.
I mean, whatever works, bro.
Takes me like 7 or 8. I get distracted, bro.
I mean, not even distracted. The
I'm
perfect
never
video
watching
too.
the video I've clicked on. I'm always
Like, what is that
watching the
down?
recommended video. Like, I forget.
You just put the cursor on top. Let me see. Just show me 5 seconds of that.
Bro, it's such a crazy so you click on something, you find it interesting, so it starts, there's still time until
I love how you're like passionately talking about Pornhub. Like, guys, it's difficult to find a video, okay? Pornhub, fix your screen. Sorry, whatever page.
it's not difficult to find the video, it's difficult to stay on the video. So you start the video, she's
Commitment issues you have with porn.
There's probably like maybe a minute into her taking off her clothes. You got like 40 seconds to do like a quick search at the bottom, right? You go down and you're like, fuck, this one's hotter. And then you click on that and then that starts playing, and then you again in the same cycle that, okay, there's 30 seconds.
This is a great life lesson, by the way. Like, how much ever you explore, there's going to be a hotter one. There's going to be a better one. But you need to stick with what works for you. What has great balance, guys. This will be a motivation video with full
all bastards acting like they watch only lesbian porn.
I mean,
lesbian porn is the starter. You start with lesbian porn and then anyway. Got a little distracted.
Yeah, we were on Instagram. Yes, my story. Okay.
Yeah, we were on your story. What were we talking about?
You said you wanted to talk about Instagram.
I said I want to talk about Instagram. Wait, what did I want to talk about Instagram? In terms of content only, I wanted to ask you something. So a lot of the things when the page starts growing, obviously you're motivated and it's time to try different things. But how's it been for you in terms of the anxiety that comes with all of this?
I faced all that pre 10K only. Like growing from 0 to 10K, I faced the anxieties of stuff. I faced like what the fears can be. All that came like well before 10K, and after that I was like unfazed by things. I'm like, oh, this is how things happen.
Yeah.
And I continued on after that. And also having a job throughout helps. Like,
True.
I don't have to sit throughout the day.
True. You're not always fucking...
Yeah. So it was great having the job and like being busy throughout stuff. Because if I'm not busy, my mind lurks around things like this very easily. So thank God I had a job. And I feel like for a while I'll continue having a job, because for the past 2 days, I think 2 days I was home, and just being home, I'm like, fuck, I don't have anything to do. And like my mind goes lurking and I'm like, oh, this was a bad day. So I like having to do something or the other.
I think having a job helps, man.
Yeah.
When before, like now I have a job, but pre-COVID I was like just freelancing
Okay.
and things. And at that point, obviously I used to switch on the camera in my room, try to record some stuff and all of that. But as you record it, doesn't take too long to
Yeah.
do that, and then you're left with this whole time. And you're just fucking analyzing
Yeah.
your life and things like that.
It's
Like,
a lot.
fuck, this is too much. So having a job, I think, really helps, at least until your content really takes structure. And
Not even structure, like you actually figure out where you want to scale things.
yeah. And by the way, that's a big misconception, right? So people think as soon as I start making money with content, let me leave my job. I think you should leave when you've understood who you are, what your definition is, who you want to be.
But
Not
people
really
have
just
that
money.
misconception that, oh, now I know. You actually don't. Like until like a job becomes a hindrance in your content creator life, only then. And like that also people are like, no, it's already, because people hate their jobs, and I understand. Like I understand. But like there has to be like a point where you're like, no, content, I can actually grow this, and I can actually like have the same work life I had with like work, that healthy balance I had with work. If I can have with content, money aside, money will figure itself out if you are doing the right things. Then only I feel like you should quit and figure things out.
Quit. Yeah, and also I feel like what a job teaches you, there are a lot of things you take from a full-time job that you can apply with being a content creator, sole content creator. It also gives you the discipline. It also gives you like understanding of scale, understanding of scope, understanding of brands, how things work, right? When you've never taken up a job and you're saying, I'll solely do content, somewhere along the way you'll hit like a block, which
No, I feel like that's also a way to do things, because like, I mean, the biggest creator we know, Mr. Beast, is that kind of a guy.
Yeah.
At the age of 15, he's like, fuck everything, I'm gonna do content throughout.
Content,
Yeah, and he's hit that block, and like it is important to know how you get past that also, because it's not like you're going to like have a job, you learn everything there, and then content will be easy. Those blocks will come anyways. So if you are doing content full time also, understand that it's going to be a rough road considering your mental health. Yeah, if you have that mental bandwidth to figure things out,
then it's fine.
Yeah. But like you see who you are, what works for you, then like figure things out, because not everybody is a Mr. Beast.
That's for sure. On Instagram, how has the whole thing with brands been for you? Have you had a good time? Has it been hard? Have you ever proactively reached out to brands? Or?
I've never proactively reached out to brands yet.
Okay.
Although Nike, if you're watching, because I mean, Nike brand manager, get to fucking work, man. What are you doing? But like, if you're watching, like, please. But no, I have not directly reached out to any brands. Most brands have seen my profile, and like initially, like I figured out that brands need to see a video of yours and like see themselves in it. For example, if you are a brand manager at, let's say, Zomato, you have to see that this person can do content about some product we have. Then only they can like approach you. So most creators have this thing where they're like, I have 20k followers, why is nobody like showing up? And then
needs to align with
you have to have formats that like people can very quickly hop onto and like pay you money. And so that's one thing I started doing. So essentially I took inspiration from what BuzzFeed used to do on Facebook. You remember those
absolutely, man.
Those posts where they would be like, go to our website and see which character you are. Those kind of things, but imagine they were a reel. So I took inspiration from there, and I'm like, what if coffee was like a person? So different, like filter coffee is a person, cappuccino is a person. So I built up 6 people.
Damn nice.
Now a coffee brand can hop on for part 2, and I would do like 3 coffees in one video, 3 coffees in second video, and I would be like, listen, like if you see this video, second part is still not out, you can still like third wave. So things like that. You have to bait people in like that. And that's how I used to do stuff. That format got old, so I keep figuring things out like that.
What's been your, say, top 3 favorite characters to play on screen?
As of now, I don't think like I'm doing characters much, because like I realized on Instagram there are too many creators that are actors and that are better actors than me, and that can perform characters much better than I can. So I need to figure out a way where I stand out. If I'm another person who's doing characters again, I don't see like even you can come down one fold. Like Danish Seth is doing insane characters. Like I can't do the level of acting he has. So I'm like, what can I do that is different from people? Then I figured out that if I have me in the video as me, just reviewing stuff or doing something funny, that would like that. There's not too much of it right now. Although right now that has also changed. There are too many people. Tier list. No offense, Rehan. Rehan is a friend of mine who's a creator. And like reviewing stuff, that has gotten a lot. And it continues. So now I have to figure out something that again will work. Again, figure it out. Things like that.
Have you generally felt like it's gotten harder to get people to follow a page?
I mean, yes and no. Like if you are... Again, I feel like there is always a blind spot in the market. Like there is a creator that can do something different that has not been here yet. And that can be me. That can be any creator watching this. And you have to figure it out. Like what is missing that you think that you can give?
I'll tell you from where I'm coming, right? So I feel like when someone used to watch, say, a great video of yours before, they'll immediately hit follow. Now people are very aware of the fact that if you follow it, it becomes part of your algorithm. So I think people are subconsciously making a decision if they want you as part of the algorithm. So before, that layer of filtration was not there. Now there is this little layer of filtration that people have before choosing to follow up.
But that has been there, no, with YouTube and all. Like if you subscribe, it comes in your subscriber
list. But not
list.
with Reels. See, that's what I'm saying. Reels used to lead to more followers before. Like, if you get...
That's a good thing. You don't want to follow...
Very good thing. It's a very good thing. Which also means now the audience that you build is also more real than it ever used to be.
I don't want like a huge sum of people just stay on my profile. Instead, like people... See, my eventual goal with content is they buy a ticket for a show and come and watch me. Or anything I do. It could be anything.
Sweet.
Yeah. And like for that, you need to have an audience that fucking cares. And that can be built by that only. And I don't think I do content just yet that is... something that people will watch and actually buy a ticket yet. So that is an eventual goal I have. Like how figure that out. Like how to make a deeper connection with people. Yeah. Because there are too many creators that like there's this person who just like takes trending audios and makes 2 characters and like does a funny skit kind of a thing. But she has insane amount of following in the millions, I'm assuming. But like I have never seen a live thing she does. I don't know if she's done it yet or what. But like if she does it also, I don't see too many people showing up to that. And I don't want to be that creator who is like, he has 10 million followers, but like he's not able to sell a t-shirt. Not that I want to sell a t-shirt or anything. I've seen that like creators suddenly have a huge following and they're like, listen, we have 35 t-shirts. Buy a t-shirt, please.
I need more money.
And then they won't sell out those t-shirts also. Like that creator, I don't want to be.
Yeah, I think then that's you, right? Like a lot of people are okay with just virtual, presence and connection and whatever is working for them. But if you want
no, it need not be like theater or stand-up or anything. Even something online. For example, Samarana is doing those membership things. Even if you don't come to his show latent or something, he has those memberships. If you're a creator, PewDiePie is a great example. He doesn't do anything live. But people are dying to join his like that private channel and then watch whatever he does, whatever live streams he's doing. Yeah, he does like members only private streams. He's putting up stuff. Honestly, like his arc throughout his career is something I want.
It's pretty cool, no?
Yeah, he just started off as a teenager making videos.
And he's still the same guy.
I mean, I wouldn't say same guy, but he's grown in a good way.
In terms of
he was authentic.
This is me. He still wants to show just who he is, and he wants to remain true to that.
That is something I want to do.
How's the open mics experience been for you?
I'm fairly new to this.
How did it feel though when you tried it out?
It feels natural, which is a great thing. Because I grew up watching. To start off, my first experience with comedy was Kanan Gill, Kenny Sebastian.
Awesome.
And people are surprised, like, you didn't watch any Western comics. Like, no, Kanan Gill, Kenny Sebastian, AIB group, EIC group, all these people I grew up watching with, and that has, somewhere left a mark, and I'm like, I want to do what these people are doing. And that might show in my content also a little bit, is what I've been told. And I take it as a compliment. I'm like, man, these are people I looked up to, and now I'm sort of like, oh, you do similar stuff. That's crazy. And later on, I found out Western comics. It can be Dave Chappelle. It can be the newer folks. Bill Burr. Bill Burr is not newer folk, but
I'm saying OG.
James Acaster is one of my favorite folks. But so now comedy, I'm trying it out. If I can do something great with it, nothing like it.
I think it just goes down to what you want, right? Even with, you said that whole conversion of your virtual folks into real tickets. Now, if you want that to happen again, you got to build that level of engagement on Instagram, connect with people, build your people.
Or in any way, it can be like someone saw a poster and they tried out a show and they're like, no, this fucker, I'll come and watch again. That's also a lovely thing to happen. So in any way possible, it's great.
I think like one of the ways maybe you should try it out, right? Like if you want to try like a set of jokes, just like put it up on your story saying, hey, I have like 10 tickets.
I honestly wouldn't do that at all. Like I want to build up as a craft. Like I want to figure, I don't want to be an influencer who's just like, oh, I have a following, so now let me just sell a room.
You want to...
I want to respect the craft and like build myself through the craft, learn it. And then like maybe, listen, I also do stand-up comedy. In case you want to check it out, I'm in Bangalore.
Watch the show.
Yeah. Something like that. Because I see a lot of influencers who are like, okay, now I have a following, let me just sell some tickets and like do a show. It'll be a nice meet and greet with comedy type of a thing. That is disrespecting the craft. I don't want to do that.
I wouldn't call it disrespect. I feel like, see, when you take the audience that you build using content creation, right? The people who follow you, and if you want to be long-term with content, I think people don't really follow someone long-term for the craft they're showing. It's a soul subscribing to who that person is.
True.
Now, whether you're doing stand-up, selling a product, or whether you're collaborating with someone, they're saying, hey, I'm here.
So, my issue isn't there. My issue is when somebody labels it as stand-up comedy.
So it's not really stand-up.
Tell meet and greet. That is completely fine.
You can't call it, you can't say, hey, now I'm a legit
exactly. That is something I hate.
It's like Jake Paul calling himself a boxer. That's the...
I mean, now he's given it enough time and he's done it for a while. He's not
he's
a
come
boxer.
A long way now. So he's fought his way to say, hey, you know what, I'm
now if he calls him a boxer, I'm like...
Early on it was like, okay, you're a content creator. Sweet. I think with stand-up, at least with Indian stand-up comedians, I think Kanan Gill has really showed what an Indian stand-up comedian is capable of. I mean, I definitely love Kenny Sebastian, Biswa, Tanmay for that matter, Sumit Anand. A bunch of these guys. But I feel like the latest special that Kanan Gill had, I forgot what the name was.
Is this it or this is it?
I saw that, and what I really enjoyed about that was the level of IQ you need to enjoy that show, right? And what I hated about Indian stand-up was comedians not being courageous enough to test the IQ of the audience.
Interesting.
Because people are like, okay, if I stay on the boundary, I can gather just more audience and it will work for sure. If I get like into deeper, more layered comedy,
Right.
people may not turn up. But thankfully, Bangalore crowd has proven, especially with Kanan Gill's success, that we are ready for layered comedy, which I feel like is great, man.
That is true, but I don't think like more like a lot of comics in the scene throughout. Who and I'm not too well versed with the scene either. But like I don't think they're scared of doing so either. Like it is not that Bangalore
layered
scene
stuff
is
you're saying?
yeah. Like it can be subtle stuff. There are comics who delve with what we might consider fairly low IQ EQ crowd and still be layered enough, because at the end of the day they're jokes. If people laugh at it, they laugh at it.
Yeah.
Kanan Gill, he's been doing it for I think over 10-12 years. So that is a lot of craft, and he took 3 years to build that special. So that special in itself is, I mean, insane stuff.
Yeah.
But that takes time, no? It depends on the comedian as well, the comic as well.
I've enjoyed speaking to comedians here. I think people come on here, but as much as I've enjoyed watching them, I think it's also one of the most painful scenes that I've kind of
Interesting. Why do you think so?
a lot of comedians who have put in the work, but the city's not showed up to kind of
Interesting.
and I also feel when at least for a comedian's journey, the more comedians around you are growing, the more you also kind of get better at your skill.
Right.
So when generally as a city, not people turning up for shows, even the type of jokes or the type of content that people are producing is not growing at the scale at which it should grow. And for folks who took it up probably say a decade ago, straight out of college, like met a bunch of people who have come on here. It's like they're still waiting for a break. And the other problem is one of the reasons why stand-up comedy is selling here, at least in Bangalore, I don't know about other cities, is when a big name shows up. Right? When a big name shows up, when there's like a real like solid guy coming up. So the love is for the comedian.
Right.
The love is not for comedy.
That is more on the Indian audience for any art form, to be honest. Like I don't think people are going and watching indie movies.
True.
Like I've never seen an indie movie playing in Santosh. So it
For
is
any art form.
for any art form that is the case. And same thing, growth of artists does depend on the people showing up or people supporting things. So like I think people, I mean, I'm sure we both either don't go watch indie movies randomly. But if you like an art form, like to try out a new thing is like anxiety driven. Thanks, man. It brings in a lot of anxiety. Like this is an hour of my life I'm giving up. What if it's bad? Like I've had this thing, like I would go to movie festivals a lot. And like I come out of some shows, I'm like, why did I go inside? So that is a risk an audience is planning to take. So I get both sides of the things, but like to not even have the intent to go watch a stand-up comic or a new movie, that is a problem of an Indian audience, I feel. And to go for the name, there is a vastly different subject there, but yeah.
What is something you've been planning to try on content? What's coming up?
I want to get out of my room and like do stuff outside.
Like
I have this thing where I want to essentially do something with food. I've not planned things out yet, but like a food review series, but it's completely funny. Like I feel like food vloggers take themselves too serious.
Yeah.
They think like, oh, my review is going to change this restaurant's life. It's really not.
man, that's very true.
And like
Food vloggers gotta like calm their shit.
yeah,
And
they're
just
too
have fun with it. Have more fun with whatever you're doing. It's fucking masal puri. It's not like it's
yeah, everything is the best thing I've eaten.
Yeah.
It's very annoying. But like imagine a food review was like extremely funny.
Yeah.
And like at the end of it, review was not 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, whatever review was.
Very
but like a water bottle out of 10. That's the review. So like random shit, just fuck around with
you
that
should try it
format.
out.
Yeah, that is the plan.
And go to like real OG places too.
Yeah.
Go give like a funny side to the whole review.
Yeah, so that is the plan. I'm curious to take it outside my room for once, because every other video has been the same door, same wall has been there in every video. So I want to change that up a little bit, get out of my house and try different things.
So you want to make a lot of money in life?
Who doesn't?
Oh man, art and money are
Oil and water.
Really, I'm telling you, I think if you're able to figure out how you can make money and art go hand in hand, and when I say art that you love fucking from your heart, and if you're able to figure out how to make solid fucking money with that, I think that's a combination that's rare.
True.
Not
What do you think is the
half-ass.
best example is
What, like of a person or of
of a person who's doing
art
that?
and money?
Yeah.
I mean, the multiple, right? Like even I would say like Kanangil is a great example of art and money going hand in hand, right? But you can't, like if you're going for it, I feel like you should go for it at a level where, a lot of people will say, hey, I'm doing what I love, but I know it's not paying that much, but I'm happy. No, you're fucking not happy. Like you're not fucking happy, okay? So people should first of all accept that if you want to make art your thing,
Yeah.
you gotta make a lot of money, because if you have a lot of money, then you can create good art. It has to suffice. It has to take care of your things without you having to worry about it. I don't know. It's my thing, but can't be a poor artist.
The poor artist, the struggling artist trope is very romanticized.
Yeah.
Like the Van Gogh's.
It's extremely romanticized. That's the problem. And people hate on the fact that whoever hears it will hate on the fact that I said that. Oh, you don't know what art is. Art is not money. It's a narrative.
There is a
that's
spectrum.
overhyped.
Yeah.
It's overhyped. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, there's this level of discount that you're ready to give. Like say, for example, if you're earning 10K in your mainstream job, you're probably ready to do it at a 7K. But don't tell me you're ready to do it at a 3K. Right? So give it a discount, but not so much that you can't like
Be realistic.
be realistic.
Makes
I feel
sense.
I think that's definitely my dream. Like I'm like, dude, yeah, I love this art form, but I want to make like good shit ton of money with
Interesting.
this, because I know that if that doesn't happen over time, and I'm ready to fucking wait, like I don't mind, but like on a long scale of say a decade, it should fetch for like 5 generations of mine.
Interesting.
Like, if not, fuck, then if you don't see that, then don't fucking do it. Then don't devote that much time. I feel like that's what it is. If people are thinking any other way, then call it your passion.
Yeah.
Then call it your passion and stick to that. You're saying that's your like life goal and all of that. I feel like I should be confident enough to say it'll buy me some good stuff. Yeah,
True.
I feel like that's what
More or less, yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks for doing this.
Thank
This
you,
was
man.
nice.
I had a lot of fun. On a reaction video. I'm just saying. Next video.
Next.
Subscribe. Follow me. On my page will come out. Brands name. I mean, if you want to sponsor, please.
But this was nice. I think I really got to dig into your brain a little today.
Yeah. It was fun.
You've really thought this through.
More or
It's
less.
not-
I've had a lot of time to think about all this.
Yeah, at least where you are, I think there's good level of awareness with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people just make stuff and not know how they made it. So I think you're very aware of how things have come till here, and I feel that really helps and like you said, right, like a lot of those anxieties also that you spoke about were kind of dealt with already, like on the road to 10K, which I feel is a great boon.
Yeah, it is.
People will like shoot up to 250K and suddenly for the first time feel anxiety.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck do I
No,
do
that
with
happens
this?
here and there, but like you know how to deal with stuff. You know the reality of things. I feel like content creators take them too seriously. Like, you're not that famous also. Let's relax. But yeah.
People have
it's good.
recognized you.
Yeah.
Outside, yeah.
Nowadays it's increasing a little bit.
Okay.
Usually on the metro, and I'm caught between like, oh, I'm editing my video. Thanks. But yeah,
But it's happened.
it has happened.
Made you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels nice,
Mm.
but can't let it get you too high up there.
Yeah, this is the beginning.
Yeah, it's just the beginning. There's a long road to go.
Nice. Should definitely come back here.
Hmm.
Probably we'll. One of the things we've been talking about for the longest time is the roundtable, but I think it's not yet started for us. But maybe when we have like maybe 2 other creators have like a roundtable with creators and do like a kick-ass episode.
Nice.
And of course, once your some of the parallel journeys you spoke about today kind of kick off, you should definitely come back and
Yeah.
we get at this again.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we documented your journey.
Yeah, man.
At this
I'm
level.
excited to see. I'm like am I the Billie Eilish that GQ interview every year?
Nice. So we do have a man who's dreaming big. That's nice. I'm glad. So yeah, I think that's also our goal. We just want to kind of document
Nice.
you at different phases, and it's beginning of your journey in a lot of ways.
Yeah, man.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was Pavan for you guys. Hopefully you'll enjoy this. Let us know what you thought. If you watched earlier, drop in a comment, and follow Pavan for more Pornhub content.
Exactly.
We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you.